All across Britain, ordinary people are keeping a shocking secret.
We are in the dining room.
And their numbers are growing.
This is my bedroom, and this is how I live.
Over 1 million people are now living among mountains of clutter and rubbish.
Oh, it just makes me so frustrated.
And when a hoard takes over,
Oh dear.
Joe!
it can damage everyone that lies in its path.
We just need to get it cleared, Mum.
That is not at all constructive or helpful, I'm sorry.
Love you.
Pushing families to breaking point.
The problem's caused by you, Alison. By you and all your stuff.
Psychotherapist Stelios Kiosis has been treating hoarders for the last 16 years.
There's a little hoarder in all of us. When it's out of hand, that's what makes it different. I can't get out. I'm trapped.
And together with professional declutterers,
The droppings are quite big, actually.
believes he can give hoarders back their homes and their lives in just 6 weeks.
Oh my God, you can get around Oh my God!
Tonight, Stelios meets bachelor Roddy, who, having let his £4 million house go to ruin, is at breaking point.
Had enough!
And single mum Sarah, whose hoarding is putting an enormous strain on her relationship with her son.
See, you're just diverting it from here. Just does my head in.
In London's exclusive Maida Vale lives 56-year-old bachelor Roddy. Living off a family inheritance, Roddy has a lifestyle that most people would envy.
Yeah, I'm lucky I don't actually have to work. I've lived here for about 28, 29 years, I think. Yeah, it's a pleasant area, and I know a lot of my neighbours.
It's good to see you, Carmen. It's good to see you.
But behind the door of his £4 million townhouse, Roddy hides a life few would aspire to. 5 entire floors crammed full of clutter. Roddy's hoard is spread out across every surface of his 5-bedroom house.
I've never been able to really feel that I've got a home. I somehow don't have it in me to make a home. There's an awful lot of things that they might come in useful, but this is what happens when you do it for everything that you've got. Fucking Harrods. I never go to Harrods, actually. Probably bags inside here. Yeah.
In this house, nothing is where it should be.
I haven't really got a to-keep place. There's some shirts here. Christ knows how long this has been here for.
One thing litters the floors more than anything else.
Oh, more newspapers.
In the last 29 years, Roddy hasn't been able to throw away a single newspaper.
Standard, Mirror. Oh, I must have been feeling intellectual. This looks like The Guardian. I tend to think if I throw that out, I'm going to regret it. I just don't know what to do with it, so I just put it back on the floor. 2004. And I'm sure I've got things that are going back to the bloody 70s if I look hard enough.
Up on the second floor is what was Roddy's bedroom, long since abandoned.
I don't sleep here anymore. It's not fun being here. Basically, I've lost control of this.
Things have got so bad that Roddy's taken to sleeping at his ex-partner Hillary's house 3 miles away. She knows just how bad his hoarding has become.
In the early days, he would let me clean and tidy up and be quite pleased when I had, and then suddenly would stop. You were accused of smuggling rubbish out, which of course we were doing, you know.
After decades of neglect, Roddy's reached breaking point and is desperate for help.
When I look at this, it's a constant reminder that there's just disorder in my life and I don't like it. And I hate myself for hoarding like this. You know, from time to time, I've literally just screamed about it.
Psychotherapist Stelios Kiosis believes he can help Roddy and any other hoarder, rich or poor, with just 6 weeks of treatment.
You convening an an affluent part of the city to the poorest part of the city. It is something that doesn't discriminate whether you're wealthy or not, or whether you're famous or not. It can happen to anyone.
Hi,
Roddy.
Stelios. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, you
Thank
can
you.
most of.
Thank you.
You can come see the dining room first.
Oh.
As you can see, it's not exactly. Yeah, it's horrible. Actually.
It's quite unhealthy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's no room to move. So have you got difficulty throwing things away?
That's a rhetorical question. How do you mean? Of course. I'm not able to group them together like most people can and throw out and say what is rubbish and what isn't rubbish.
So you're overwhelmed?
Absolutely. Oh.
For the first time in years, Roddy's about to let someone see his abandoned bedroom.
Wow. Pretty bad, isn't it?
It's dreadful.
Wow.
You know.
Why do you have so many newspapers? Do you read them?
How long is a No, I don't.
You don't?
I
That is
hardly
another side.
ever read them.
But in case you want to read them, in case you need anything, they're there.
Absolutely.
Stelios believes hoarding is usually triggered by loss and trauma. So he's looking for any signs of this in Roddy's hoard.
This is a family photograph.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me about this.
I have mixed feelings about that.
Well, tell me then.
I mean, it sounds whingy, but my childhood was pretty bloody difficult, actually.
Sent off to boarding school at just 8 years old by his wealthy parents, Roddy turned to his older brother for support.
I was very, very close to him. He died when I was 22, actually.
That stood out in all of this.
Okay.
It was like a life.
I have it slightly makes me feel in pain, actually, looking at that.
I know, I can tell. Having had a look at Roddy's house today, it's obvious that the trauma of his childhood has had an impact on how he is today. Losing a sibling creates a deep wound. You know, the trauma of the past, the feelings of the present, the state he's in, have created a chaos in his mind. So there is no doubt Roddy's going to be a difficult challenge for me.
Roddy's inability to throw things away isn't unique. 100 miles away in Dorset lives 41-year-old Sarah and her 15-year-old son, Ali.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. Think positive.
She's a busy single mum who also holds down a full-time job working for an engineering firm. Times like this are important to the two of them. Because back home, inside their two-bedroom ground floor flat, is a hoard that Sarah has built up since Ali was a baby. Every available surface is taken up with mounds of clothes, clutter, old toys and mementos. Living amidst the hoard is a daily struggle for Sarah.
That happens quite a lot. Really annoying. So, anyway. Oh, you see, this is what I mean. You move stuff and everything falls down. There's like more jewellery and stuff.
Her cramped kitchen has become a dumping ground.
Yes. It's a Halloween costume. I have these because somebody told me they were going to be worth money.
The majority of Sarah's hoard is in her bedroom.
You know, I do put stuff away, but there isn't that much room. And I have to fight. And this is probably the one that I use most often. There's other things in there that I can't get to because it's got so much stuff piled on top of it. It's got to the point where I am more and more frustrated and angry with myself. I just can't seem to not do this.
His mum being a compulsive hoarder is all Ali has ever known.
It kind of hits home what I live in, and it annoys me that the place isn't such a mess.
For Ali to live here in this clutter, I think it probably does his head in, and I do his head in, I think, quite a lot.
Sarah's hoarding has become an ever-increasing source of tension between them.
There's like a limited amount of space, like you can't put something there and then do like here. It's like wherever there's a space, it's just got loads of stuff in it.
I'm not being funny, mate, but when you've offered to help me in the past, it's lasted for about a week.
Yeah,
If that.
once.
But it's like anything. We try and have a homework rota, so when you come home from school, first thing you do is homework.
See,
That never
you're
happens.
just diverting it from here.
Oh, it just makes me so frustrated, and I get really angry with myself. Just chuck it all in there and ignore it, walk away.
I've seen her so unhappy because of the state she lives in. It really upsets me that she gets like that.
Sarah has now reached breaking point.
Things fall down and they get broken, and just does my head in.
Psychotherapist Stelios Kiosis has come to Dorset to meet single mum and compulsive hoarder Sarah.
It's a ginormous step because I've hidden behind the front door for years, and hopefully he is going to tell me he can help me.
Hi. Hello.
Obviously, I'm Stelios.
Hi,
You know
nice
who
to
I am.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is your living room.
Yes, but it's kind of got a little bit of everything in it, really. You know, lots of photos of me and my son.
Yeah.
And over here, that used to look really nice. But I've kind of just put CDs on it and old mobile phone chargers. This is the kitchen. Yeah,
The tower.
yeah. And behind that as well, there's a unit that's got stuff on it. There's books and all sorts, you know.
Quite cluttered, really.
It is quite cluttered.
Then Stelios is shown the worst part of Sarah's hoard.
Pretty bad, isn't it?
It's the last thing I see at night, and it's the first thing I see in the morning, and I just try and put my blinkers on for the day so I don't see it, and so I can carry on and just be happy. And, you know, I feel sad that I'm living like it and my son's having to live like it through no choice of his own. And I feel shamed because of that, and because it's, you know, it's all my fault that it's the way it is.
Well, in my experience, a lot of compulsive hoarders hoard because they've experienced loss or losses in their lives. You know, do you have any of those experiences?
Yes.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
You have.
My son was one of a twin,
Okay.
and they were born 3 months prematurely.
Oh, really?
And Ali's brother died 5 hours old. You know, that's quite crap, really. I think it's left a big gaping hole, and I'm kind of, I guess this is me trying to fill the hole.
It was obvious that she's suffering from compulsive hoarding for a long, long time now, and it's really obvious as well that it's linked to the loss of her baby. It's important that part of that process that she's going to go through therapy is to stop blaming herself, to start feeling shameful, but actually proud and happy as a mother again and as a person.
To start Sarah's treatment, Stelios wants to leave her with a simple task: to gather 15 items that are significant to her.
It's just a very simple kickstart exercise to start helping your brain segregate things.
2 days later, Sarah sets to work on Stelios' task.
First thing I see is this photograph of my son. That's a costume I made him for Pirates Day, so that's going to go in this box. Well, that belonged to my granddad, so I'm going to keep that. Oh, I won't keep that. Oh, yeah, I've got to keep this. This was my money box when I was little. Oh, gosh, I'm using up all my space already. This belonged to my gran and my granddad. That can go in my...
The task was to find 15 precious items from the whole flat. Sarah's managed that with just one shelf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not easy at all. I'm going through this stuff, and there's already loads of things in the box. And if there's this much I want to keep out of that space, then what's the rest of it going to be like?
Back in London, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and compulsive hoarder Roddy is waking up. but not in his own bedroom.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. I can do it in another 12 hours.
The state of Roddy's £4 million townhouse has got so bad that he's taken refuge at former partner Hillary's house.
Oh, hi.
They were together on and off for 8 years, and Hillary is keen to support Roddy's attempts at decluttering, so he can go back to sleeping at his own house.
You know, as much as I like you being here, you need to get your own space together and have your own, you know, and then we can come to you, you know.
Absolutely, no. I mean, I guess this is all a whole new thing, you know, dealing with the hoarding.
Stelios believes Roddy might benefit from someone helping him to kickstart his decluttering. So tonight, Hillary is making a rare visit to the house she and Roddy once shared.
Oh, hi.
For hoarders like Roddy, their shame at the state of their homes means they rarely let anyone in.
You haven't been in here for a while, have you?
God, I haven't been here for years. Well, it's quite an Aladdin's cave, isn't it?
All I can see is carnage and chaos. I don't even like coming in here because
I remember this room very well. I loved this room.
Hillary starts by seeing if she can get Roddy to donate some clothes to charity.
If you don't wear them...
No, I'm not stupid. I understand what you're saying. That's, you know... What do you reckon? You're serious? Oh, it's too bloody tight.
It's small.
It's too... No, I need to lose some weight. Oh, this is crazy. How the fuck did that ever fit me?
No, that's terrible. No, that... Well,
that's fucking crazy. That can go. That can go. That...
Oh, that's hideous.
It's not. It's fucking Versace, that.
Oh, that looks like it's going to fit you.
Really? Well, that's a shame. I was looking forward to getting rid of it.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to put it on the pile.
Feeling like they've made some progress, Hillary encourages Roddy to let her see his bedroom.
Oh, God.
I don't know,
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, I was just looking at the mess, that's all.
I thought you knew it was bad. I thought you would guess, at least.
Well, I did, but it's a long time since I've been up here. Can I make a pile of these?
You can, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
No, all right then, that's fine.
Hoarders have great difficulty in letting outsiders intervene.
You haven't missed any of these for 6 years.
I know, that's the logical person talking, and I'm not defending and saying that's no reason to change. I do want to change.
I mean, this looks like it could be thrown out.
I don't get this. This doesn't make any sense to me, what you're doing.
For Roddy, the stress of someone else trying to take control of his hoard is proving too much.
I'm pissed off about this. Actually, I'm fucking pissed off. I've had enough of this. I don't know what's going on. You know, I fucking had enough, okay? I fucking had enough of this. Fucking had enough. It's my fucking space.
I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to get that. But I was trying to save it, that's all.
I feel really ashamed of myself for losing it now. Sorry to yell at you.
It's all right, it's okay.
Okay, I think I'm calming down a bit now.
Down in Dorset, and 10 days after Sarah struggled with her first task, Stelios has decided the time is right to send professional declutterers, Alison and Zoe, to give her a helping hand.
It's massive, it's a huge day. I really don't like feeling pressured, and this is my personal stuff. So if they then confront me about it, I don't know what I'll do.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Come on, we have plenty of boxes, Sarah.
I can see.
Okay.
Believing the bedroom will be too big a challenge to start with, Zoe and Alison decide to focus on the living room first.
Come on out, Vincey.
Today we can try and work on this lounge, open up this room. I think that you'll find it easier as well because that obviously it's not got as much attachment as the bedroom has for you personally.
That's a charity.
Excellent. Oh, is that Jenga? Like a Jenga?
Yeah, it's like a Jenga, so we keep that.
That's brand new, it's all sealed up.
It is, yeah.
So what we do is we take that off,
yeah,
because that's really a bit grotty.
At first, progress is good.
That's to go in the charity. That's a keep. Their charity. Bin.
OK, we're nearly getting to the bottom of this. And going stationary, putting it back.
But as Alison and Zoe start taking bags and boxes out of the house, parting with so many of her things so quickly becomes overwhelming for Sarah.
You're right, Sarah. I don't want you to be pushed into things. I can see you've gone really low now.
I just need some time, a minute, sorry.
Alison and Zoe know there's only so far they can push hoarders like Sarah.
Sarah finds it very difficult to go for any period of time without getting very emotionally tired and drained.
I was doing okay, and then all of a sudden there was that brick wall. Whoosh!
3 weeks into his treatment, Stelios has asked Roddy to come and see him at his London clinic. He's concerned about how much Roddy is struggling to remove any clutter from his house.
Hi, Stelios, how are you?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Have a seat.
There is still a reluctance, and I'm frightened,
Absolutely.
that somebody's going to say, throw that out, and I know that the person will be trying to help me. But then I think, well, they don't understand it, So, if they don't understand me, they can go to hell, and they're not throwing any of my things out. And I guess I want to...
There will be resistance.
It's something about wasting. I don't want to waste things, whether it's clothes or newspapers or whatever.
But aren't things already wasted? If they're not recycled?
Yes.
So what about if we start properly looking at not wasting items? Actually, if we pick an item, let's say like newspapers.
Yes.
And
I think that, sorry to interrupt you, Stelios, I know it sounds crazy, and I've always felt really ashamed because I know to most people it makes no sense.
Yeah.
For some reason I have anxiety about throwing newspapers out more than some other things.
Mm-hmm. And of course the problem now, it's a habit.
Right,
many
okay,
years.
I totally understand.
Habits are hard to break. So we're going to do it in stages.
Okay.
So I've got a box for you, which you will take away today.
Okay.
Okay. And I've got a timer as well. After today, straight away at home, you'll spend an hour and fill it with as many newspapers as you can.
Buoyed by Stelios' challenge, Roddy returns home with the very best of intentions.
Half a newspaper. That's an easy one to throw because I have no interest in business.
It seems his session with Stelios is paying off.
Picture the Queen at 80 years old. Could be historical documents. Crazy that I attribute so much value to these. The date on the newspaper is a mere 5 years ago.
But as he delves deeper, Roddy finds himself becoming distracted, and old tendencies re-emerge.
I sort of feel like putting this aside, actually, because I might want to read it later. That's how strong the compulsion is. Oh, I'm feeling really fucked off, actually. 10, 11... It seems a pathetic amount, actually, to have thrown out. It's just scratching the surface.
After half an hour, Roddy has managed to part with just 32 newspapers.
I really feel really torn up here. I thought it would be easier, actually, after our session. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
With Sarah and Roddy struggling, Stelios decides to bring them to Oxford University for a joint therapy session with Dr. Alistair Ross.
Hi, Roddy.
He'll use a technique called psychodynamic therapy designed to reveal our true unconscious feelings and confront them head-on.
What I'm going to get you to do is to pick 1 or 2 pictures you just feel attracted to in relationship to hoarding.
Stelios believes this visual exercise will allow Roddy and Sarah to open up to each other and discover the reasons why they both hoard.
I really like this one. I feel really very... it just feels like pain, you know. It's involved as if it's difficult to get through and stuff like that.
And it's all very coiled and intertwined and...
Yeah, yeah.
To me, that represents what's going on in my head. It's almost like I've got so many post-it notes.
And the trouble is, 5 post-it notes you can manage.
You can cope with, yeah.
500 post-it notes.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at.
I don't normally go this deep into it. You know, I've tried looking at it, and I like to interact with people, but it's always in the outside, and I can go back to my safety.
Yeah.
And then I'm safe there.
I don't feel safe with mine anymore, though, when I go back to it. I dread going home.
I can also relate to that. I don't like it. It just overwhelms me, and it reminds me of failure. I
Yeah,
just feel
exactly.
like,
That's
oh,
exactly
really?
it. Yeah.
As the session progresses, Roddy and Sarah discover they've got even more in common. They've both struggled to deal with the loss of a loved one.
I was always thinking, you don't ever get closure when you lose a child. There's never closure when somebody dies, you know.
My heart goes right out to Sarah about this. I can really, really appreciate where she's coming from. I lost my brother when I was 22, and it's just, you know, that was an awful, awful event.
Sometimes a loss it's a bit like a time bomb where there's been ammunition stored for years.
That is amazing. That really makes sense, actually. That really makes sense.
Stelios is hopeful that having met each other, Roddy and Sarah will be able to finally make progress with their decluttering.
And I think with Sarah, she's going to be perhaps a little bit more open to letting go of things. If Roddy succeeds to declutter even just 1 room, that will give him the kickstart, the domino effect, to start decluttering other rooms.
A week later, and with joint therapy having gone well, Stelios thinks Roddy is finally ready for a visit from declutterers Alison and Zoe.
We've been looking forward to meeting you, Roddy.
Yeah, likewise, likewise.
I'm Alison.
Hi, Alison.
Hello,
You
Roddy.
both got similar haircuts, if I get you mixed up.
Oh, you probably will.
Sorry, you know, it doesn't happen to me.
Wow. Is this your bedroom?
It was once my bedroom.
Why did you stop staying in here?
I think I just couldn't take the chaos any longer.
How sad is it that you can't be in your own bedroom? Would that not be nice for you to come back into your bedroom? Not all this stuff.
Do you know
around
what?
the side?
When you're speaking, Zoe, I just think, no, it'll never happen, you know?
But would you like it to happen?
Yes, I would. I would.
So do you think that we could start by collecting some of these videos up and put them into some piles on that bed? You, Alison and I, together.
All right.
You and I.
Okay.
OK, start passing them up to me now.
Along with nearly 30 years' worth of newspapers he's never read, Roddy's hoarded thousands of TV shows he's never watched.
Does anybody use videotapes anymore?
If I'm honest with you, Roddy, no, they don't, darling.
As the tapes pile up and boxes start getting filled, Roddy turns his attention to the rest of the clutter.
If you see newspapers, just get a little routine
You make
going.
it sound really simple, and it is in a way.
With Zoe and Alison's encouragement, for the first time in his life, Roddy is beginning to throw things away.
Forget it, yeah.
In the bag.
Yeah.
Well done.
The idea that somebody is helping me sort things out without actually being too pushy has been really, really amazing. Shall I make a little pile of books?
Yes, that's it. Now, see, you're starting to think. You're starting to see order.
I can't deny that I still feel a little uncomfortable. I also feel quite hopeful, actually.
With Roddy showing signs of progress, Stelios turns his attention back to Sarah. He feels the loss of one of her twins is still holding her back.
Let's look at the reasons why we're not happy in life.
Because we're not loved, or we feel like we're not loved anyway.
Or we've lost.
We've got a sense of loss, yeah.
That we've lost the love.
Yeah.
It's knowing that I should have 2 babies, basically. I should have 2 children.
Correct.
And I've had nearly 16 years to get used to the fact that I've got one, but it doesn't get any easier.
Have you been to Jacob's grave?
That's the thing, when he first died, I'd go up the grave quite regularly and put flowers on and, you know, just go and sit and talk to him. And
how did that feel, talking to him?
It was quite hard at first.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd dealt with it, you know. Well, not a case of dealing with it, but I thought I'd come to terms with it.
And moving forwards means bringing some closure by accepting what's happened. Fully, though. Is that...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what? I tend to write letters to people, not intending to send them, but
yeah.
If I'm upset or if I've had a particular issue.
Yeah.
But I've never done it for Jacob.
No, exactly. But it isn't about letting go and never thinking about him again. It's about letting go of the things that create an obstacle.
Good.
To help the healing process, Stelios has asked Sarah to write and read a letter to Jacob.
I didn't quite know what to say, and as I started to write it, the words came. I do feel closer to him. It's really bizarre, but I do feel closer to him. Really, he's with me in my heart, so I don't need to have all this stuff.
In Dorset, it's the 6th and final week of single mum Sarah's treatment for hoarding. Declutterers Alison and Zoe have returned, hoping that after her breakthrough with Stelios, Sarah is finally ready to start letting go of her hoard. And this time, they've brought more than just a few crates and boxes.
I've never had a skip before, so
this is quite a huge thing for you.
It is, it's massive, but I'm actually quite excited about it.
Well, that's good. It's nice to see you smiling.
I can't wait.
Alison and Zoe think the time is now right to tackle Sarah's bedroom.
Let's pass those over there if I put them there, yeah? Go back in here.
I normally have it hung up. That can go in a charity.
That's good. We like that one.
There we are. Just having there's some wrapping paper up there as well.
We have another bag of bits here.
Yeah.
Now, these were all those socks, weren't they?
Yeah, oh, sure.
Okay, right, that's stocks. Right, go through that
With
next.
big progress starting to be made, 15 years' worth of clutter can finally start to be thrown out. As the hoard is cleared, long-lost treasures are revealed. And Sarah makes a remarkable discovery. Scans from pregnancy.
Oh, I'm so pleased I found these. That was Ali down there, and that was... Shit, that was on my 25th birthday.
That shows you that sometimes when these things happen, things that are precious get waylaid and
they get swallowed, and you don't know where they are.
That one in there
I'm
as well,
so pleased I found them.
Well done.
By the middle of the afternoon, Sarah is well on her way to filling up the skip.
But it's like amazing how much stuff there is, and I've all fitted it in one flat.
Just think how much freer you're going to be.
Bloody hell.
When son Ali comes home from school, Sarah's keen to show him how much she's thrown away.
There's a lot of stuff. I never thought we'd get to this stage. I'm just a bit shocked.
It is quite gobsmacking, isn't it, to see, and that's not even all of it.
Sarah's also filled a van with items to go to charity.
Could have given a bit more.
And all what's in here is stuff that I've kept. I've hoarded it.
It's really good. The woman at the charity shop is going to be a bit shocked when you turn up with all of this.
Well, I could start my own charity shop with all the stuff that's here, couldn't I?
Back in London, it's been 3 weeks since declutterers Zoe and Alison first met Roddy, and he seems to have turned over a new leaf.
I've actually been throwing things out without any pressure from anyone else. I've thrown things out, albeit in dribs and drabs, and I try not to think of the mountain that I have to climb.
But there's still large parts of the hoard that remain untouched. So Alison and Zoe are returning to try and make a decisive breakthrough.
I must admit, I'm not as stressed as I thought I'd be, but I am stressed about seeing them because they go at such a rate. It makes me anxious when people go at a speed that I don't want to go at.
So now we're here in the dining room.
Yeah.
You've obviously had some good days. You're in a good place. We're going to use the storage. We're going to get the books all put away, put books into everything, put everything in its own place. So all the rubbish
Brilliant.
together, and then you can actually see the things as they are.
To get started, Zoe wants Roddy to tackle his mountain of designer clothes. With his bedroom abandoned, the dining room has become Roddy's makeshift wardrobe.
You pick an item up now.
Okay.
Decide whether it needs washing. Let's fold it and put it into some... Let's
That's gonna
do a
take-
little... No, it won't.
Folding it.
Yes. So, what we do is just hold the sides, like that. Done.
Bloody hell, how'd you do that?
Hold it like that.
Yep.
Got it? Hold it like that, eh?
Yep.
Then you get your arms, one
Yep.
arm.
Bloody thing, where's it gone? Oh, this is the pits. Can't seem to get the hang of this.
Right, in the middle, OK? And start folding to yourself. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
With the clothes tidied away, Roddy now has to face up to his biggest challenge.
There we are, Roddy. So all your newspapers
Down in there, my
are going in there.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
While the declutterers get on with the rest of the hoard, they leave Roddy to start working his way through decades of newspapers.
Fuck it, why should I read that shit? Let's go.
And he seems to be making a major breakthrough.
It's all bollocks, this, actually. It's only really relevant on the day, I think. Actually, this is making me quite angry looking at this stuff. I'm feeling angry with it now, which is probably maybe quite a healthy feeling.
It's not just the papers that Roddy is throwing out. Years of accumulated junk and clutter are all going into a skip to be recycled.
Yeah, just chuck these in as they are.
Okay.
For the first time in 29 years, newspapers are leaving Roddy's house.
Here it goes.
Great.
Well done.
Thank you. This is quite unbelievable, actually. It's totally weird to see this. Yeah, I feel like really good about all this stuff in here that has come out of the house. It's great. Fantastic.
Back in Dorset, Stelios has arrived to see how Sarah has been getting on since the declutterers left.
Hello! Lovely to see you again.
you. How are you?
Very good.
Before starting her treatment with Stelios, Sarah's two-bedroom flat was crammed full of clutter and junk. Every available surface was taken up with mounds of clothes, old toys and mementos. But now her flat has been completely transformed. She's even been able to get the decorators in to give the rooms a new lease of life.
Fantastic. It just feels incredible in here. It's like a different room.
It's exactly what I wanted.
It just feels incredible in here.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Sarah's bedroom was once cramped and cluttered, full of clothes, toys and trinkets she'd accumulated over 15 years.
This is just amazing. Wow, absolutely incredible.
Look,
I can actually walk into this space now.
Yeah, you can open
Amazing.
the curtains, and this is my room now.
This is now your room. Well, what is all this telling me? And it's telling me that somebody is beginning to be happy again.
It really does feel like a sanctuary to me now. You know.
Safe.
Safe, yeah. A place where I can come and it can be quiet, or I can put music on or whatever, but it's my choice.
Sarah's come a long way. I'm not just happy, but really amazed about the progress she's made. She's been able to pick herself up, transform her mind, but also transform her house. Now she can sit, relax, and enjoy her home at last.
Sarah's son, Ali, is impressed at what his mum has achieved.
I always knew it'd be a struggle for her, and she knew it was going to be a struggle, but she's just come out the other end and enjoying it and embracing it, and now she's got somewhere nice to live. She doesn't have to feel ashamed of what she lives in.
Tonight, Sarah is getting ready for an evening with her friends. But she's not heading out. Hello! For the first time in years, Sarah's invited her friends round. No longer ashamed of her house, she's showing it off.
Oh my God!
Look, I can put my arms out and do this.
Crikey. That's lovely.
See, I bought me the butterfly.
It's just, it looks like twice the size it did. It's incredible.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God, you can get around your bed. Oh my God.
Look. And
you can get to the curtains. A wardrobe being used as a wardrobe.
I can't quite believe it.
Thank you.
Keep it.
The whole process has been a life-changing experience. It's not just the one thing, it's not just an overnight thing, it's been a whole new journey that I've started. I love my bedroom, and I love my lounge, and I love my kitchen. I just love it all, it's great. It's the most amazing thing to happen to me, and it's brilliant.
It's Sunday morning and London is waking up, including Roddy. He's just spent the first night in his own bedroom in over 5 years.
It's a very strange feeling. It's very strange. I'm excited about it, actually. I'm excited about what's happened.
A few hours later, and Stelios is paying him a visit.
Hi, Roddy.
Stelios. How are you?
Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again.
Just 6 weeks ago, every floor of this 5-storey townhouse was covered in mounds of clutter. It got so bad that Roddy was no longer even sleeping here. But now, the hallway is clutter-free. And the dining room has been restored to its former glory.
This looks amazing.
I know, I agree. I know, it's amazing.
Fantastic, that's all I can say. It looks like
I can't quite believe it, actually. It's like, it feels amazing to walk in here without having all this stuff flying around.
Incredible, Roddy, it feels incredible. It's not just a healthy space, it's a relaxing space.
Oh, yeah.
Well done,
Thank you.
And the transformation doesn't stop there. Roddy's bedroom was littered with old newspapers, magazines, and hundreds of videotapes.
Amazing.
You came in here, didn't you, I think?
Absolutely amazing.
It actually feels like civilized, you know?
Look at this.
Yeah.
Space. A bed. Carpet. This is incredible.
It's quite nice to have a bed, you know, to actually have a bed that's not covered with...
I know.
With stuff.
Look at that.
I feel quite respectable.
It's made me very happy.
Good.
I don't have to feel ashamed anymore that the place is a Kazi, you know. I just don't have to feel ashamed. And, hey, you know, I actually feel quite normal now.
That's good.
Even respectable.
Yes. He looks more at home. That's the best expression. He looks at home. Before he looked at hell.
Well, I can actually have something to eat here, but
To reach this far and to see this transformation is short of a miracle.
2 days later, and Roddy's invited ex-partner Hilary round for lunch.
Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Really, really brilliant. My God, look, we can walk up the stairs with that.
I know, it's
breaking our
good, isn't
necks. Just absolutely fantastic. Oh, gosh. Amazing. Brilliant.
Ouch! You know, I really have enjoyed being in a clutter-free environment.
So how long is it since you've been able to do this?
I don't know, 10 years maybe. Well, it's just light, you feel lighter somehow. And I don't ever want it to go back there. And I want to just keep moving forward.